First of all, radicalism and terrorism is against Islam, because in Islam there is compassion, mercy, love, and killing innocent, murdering innocent people is, Allah says in one verse, I seek refuge in Allah from accursed thing. Murdering one innocent person is like murdering entire humanity. Saving one person's life is like saving entire humanity. So Islam definitely denounces terrorism, any kind of violence, and radicalism is against Islam. And actually, you're right, in the essence of the Islam, there is laicism. Because Allah says there is no compulsion in religion, so you cannot force anybody to believe in anything. And laicism is actually in the democracy, freedom of thought and freedom of worship is in the essence of the Islam.
Yeah.
I could not agree with you more. And you know, many of the Islamist groups here in America and abroad try to attack me as being anti-Muslim and anti-Islam. And I look at the founding fathers of America. They were very pro-Christian, very devout, but yet they pushed back against the Church of England. And I think similarly, as Muslims, it's, I think, at the end of my book, A Battle for the Soul of Islam, I have a letter to my children, and I say to them, you know, I will know that we've won this battle for liberty when you can go do your Hajj individually and pray to God in one of the pillars of our faith in our Hajj, and not do it in a country that is one of the worst countries of oppressors of religious freedom in the world, which is Saudi Arabia, where women are treated like cattle, where they have no freedom, where they have no rights. And I think this is, and minorities can't build churches, and there's only one version of the Quran they allow. I mean, all these things that are not Islam is yet surrounding the holiest place of our faith. And I think that's one example. And the petrodollars from there have spread through the world these ideas in a way that have dominated and monopolized the interpretation of Islam. And I think it's important. You know, it's often Muslim organizations, when they talk about diversity, they think diversity is ethnic diversity, that as long as we have Egyptians and Syrians and Indians and Pakistanis, that's diverse. No, real diversity in Islam, a tolerance where you say no compulsion, as verse 2 does talk about, is where you have a society that's ideologically diverse. The Prophet Muhammad never forced, I believe, people to accept or reject not only Islam but God. And that ultimately, if you believe religion is free, then you have to give people the right to criticize you and even sometimes say things that may appear to be rude or inappropriate. But that's the way we know, and God will know whether they've chosen Him or not, is by them having the freedom to say what's truly in their heart.
Yes, you're right. I mean, we see the best example in the life of our Prophet, as you said, and he never treated, even the idolaters, Allah says, which are unbelievers, are under protection of Muslims, because Allah says if you ask you for aman, for protection and security, you have to bring them to a secure place as a Muslim, and sometimes you have to risk your own life to protect unbelievers. That's what Islam approaches all the people, believers, unbelievers, and people of the book, Christians and Jews also. With compassion, mercy, love, tolerance, and justice.
Yes.
Yes.